Today, we're tackling something that really seems to hit home for a lot of people, especially women. It's that desire. You hear it a lot. Sometimes it feels like this deep ache for a masculine man.
Right.
You probably heard people talk about it. Maybe you felt it yourself. That pull towards a partner who seems, grounded, capable, like he's got things sorted.
Mm-hmm.
But running right alongside that longing, there's often this knot, frustration, maybe sadness, sometimes even anger.
Yeah, like where are they?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Where are those men? The ones you feel you can really lean on, who step up, who feel like a safe place to land?
It's a really common feeling.
So we've been digging into this.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is how the conversation often shifts.
Mhm.
Instead of just asking, where is he? There's this other question that comes up, maybe a tougher one,
Okay.
which is, before looking out for him, are we, internally ready? Are we actually set up inside to allow a man like that to stand next to us? Does our own internal wiring, those deep patterns, even make space for him?
Ah, that's a big pivot.
Yeah. Okay, let's unpack that a bit because it really changes the focus.
It really does. That desire for a masculine partner is completely valid, but yeah, the focus shifts. It goes from being just about searching out there
Right.
to possibly being about, well, are you ready inside? The key insight seems to be that the work might need to start with, preparing the ground internally, getting ready to receive that kind of connection and keep it going.
So our goal here is really to explore some of those internal factors and maybe even wider family patterns that could be getting in the way, things that might, maybe without you even realizing it, push away the very thing you're saying you want.
Exactly. Why might something deep inside make it hard to let that kind of man in, even when you genuinely want it?
One of the first ideas that really jumps out is this concept that a truly masculine presence,
Yeah.
it needs space.
Face.
Space. That sounds a little vague. What does that actually mean, needing space?
Well, it's often talked about as the woman needing to kind of step back a bit, not physically move away, but step back from always being the one in charge,
Hmm.
being the constant manager, the fixer. There's that Polish term, ogarniacz.
Oh, yeah. Ogarniacz.
Unpa-
The one who just handles everything, tidies up, organizes, sees problems coming,
Yeah.
just makes it all work.
Exactly that person. And the idea is for masculine energy to really show up and contribute fully, that kind of holding it all together energy needs to relax a little to make room.
Okay, make room.
But here's the really crucial part. Stepping back like that, it's not presented as being weak or, submitting or anything like that. Not at all.
Right, that's important.
It's framed as something totally different. It's framed as an act of, trust.
Trust. Okay, that word carries a lot of weight, doesn't it?
It does.
And that leads straight into this really deep, almost confronting question. How can you truly trust? How can you allow someone else to step up? How can you step back if way back in your childhood, you didn't really have anyone you could consistently safely trust?
That's the core connection people often find. It links right back to those early experiences, often with the father figure. We see these patterns where maybe the father wasn't there, or maybe he was physically present but just emotionally checked out, perhaps weak, struggling himself, or sometimes, sadly, even unsafe or abusive.
And for a little girl in that situation, what happens then?
She has to adapt, right?
Yeah.
It's survival. She learns, because she has to rely pretty much only on herself.
Mm-hmm.
She becomes her own safety net, her own stability, her own source of getting things done. She figures it out, takes charge, gets incredibly capable because that primary male figure wasn't providing that solid foundation.
Right. She managed.
She absolutely manages.